So I'm actually going to introduce you to my online store now, just to give you a little feel of what I'm selling and what I'm promoting. I do sell women's clothing. I get the question a lot of like, Brandon, why are you selling women's clothing? You're a guy. Like, isn't that kind of weird? It's not weird because it's making me all the money that I'm making now. And girls tend to buy everything online. Their statistics just show that girls are buying everything online nowadays. Um, and women's clothing is what's selling right now for girls, and especially women's gym leggings. That's what I'm promoting right now. That's what I'm spending all my ad money on, is women's leggings. So that's why when you visit my site, the first thing you see when you scroll down is my sports collection. And then if you come up here, you could see that I have the sports collection right here, and you could just click on view products, right? And then here are all my sports products. So I'm going to show you now where my products are coming from. People always ask me, Brandon, are you taking pictures of these girls? Because these are nice girls. Are they modeling for you? And here's actually an order that just popped up. We had a $57 order, which is cool. Actually works out nicely. So we'll actually come up to AliExpress. And this is where I get all my products from. I'm basically a middleman if you think about it. All of my stuff does come from China, so normal shipping times can take anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. And that's a problem. One of my goals, especially moving into 2018, is to have my own physical store, or at least a warehouse where I can actually send out my products, so shipping times are cut in half. Because when you visit my site and you look at my policy and you see that, something's going to, in rare cases, take up to 30 days to get to your house, that can be a big problem, especially if Christmas is coming around, and you're ordering on December 10th. The order will more than likely come to your house on time, but it would suck if it didn't. So my goal is to make sure that, moving into 2018, I try to, send things out from the United States, because this is all coming from China. So let me just show you how I actually get these products on my store. So let's just look up women's sports leggings. And here's a lot. This isn't something I would use. Looks kind of funny, something like that especially. But we can like sort this by orders. What's most popular on AliExpress right now. Something like this, right? Girls would buy this kind of stuff. And then I can just import this into my store. If it has a logo on it, I can Photoshop the logo out. And put it on my store. So I never see these products. My girlfriend herself has ordered some just to test them out and see if they're nice, and they are, believe it or not. This is $10.19 right here, $10.19. I will usually sell something for like 2.5 of what its normal price is. So if it's $10.19, I will usually sell it for like $25.75. Sometimes even more. If it's a really nice product, people are going to buy it. But then I have to factor in, I have these discounts, 25% off everything. Enter Hurry25 to get off my site and go through checkout. Like, hurry up, you only have so amount of seconds. This is actually only because I've been on there for a good amount of time now. But if I refresh this, you will actually see that it's back again. The timer set back. It's just to drive urgency to make people purchase on my site. Now, I get the question a lot of, how are you getting so many visitors? How are you getting thousands of visitors a day? So here's that. This is actually one of my ad accounts, Eliza Strope. My girlfriend's name is Kaylee, but this is actually a catfish Twitter account. And people are like, Brandon, why are you using a catfish Twitter account to promote your stuff? Isn't it kind of weird? It's not. It's actually perfect. So I will tweet every single day on this account, and I usually retweet some things to make it look like it's not really spammy. But I will take these tweets. Here's an example. And I will say, obsessed with everything on shopporrevita.co. And then I will have all the products in my tweet. And then what I'll do is I'll tweet usually, sometimes 10 times a day, depending on how many tweets I'm promoting. And then I'll send them to my guys. And my guys are actually called publishers. And publishers own massive, massive Twitter accounts. thousands and thousands of followers. Here's actually one of my ad accounts. This is actually from October 1st to November 30th. So from October 1st to November 30th, this ad account had 128 million impressions in a 61-day period. Now, an impression is the amount of times that someone sees or views a tweet. And I pay $18 on average per 100,000 impressions. So an easy way of doing the math for this, especially when I'm sending payments to my publishers, is I'll come here and say we have 128 million impressions, right? There are 1,280 100,000 impressions in 128 million impression tweet. So let's do the math. We do 18 times 1280, because that's how many 100,000s are in 128 million, right? So in just 2 months alone, I spent $23,000 on advertising. So yes, it costs a ton of money to advertise. That's where most of my money is going to. Now, the rest of my money is going to ordering the products. But before I get onto that topic, let me show you how these tweets are actually promoted. So here's me 13 hours ago sending 4 tweets for this guy to promote, because he has 4 big Twitter accounts that promote this. So Matt is just any normal guy. Not really. He does a lot of internet stuff. 22 years old. He owns 3.1 million followers, and he owns a social network that connects companies to him that are looking to promote their stuff too. So, he has his email in here, but let me just show you one of these guys' accounts. One of his accounts are called VS Porn, and I know it sounds like a funny name, but Victoria's Secret Porn is posting girls' desires daily, not affiliated with Victoria's Secret, because it's a parody account. It's not actually the real Victoria's Secret. So what he'll do is he'll tweet out constantly, every single day, pictures of Victoria's Secret, stuff that girls like. And then we'll come over here to likes. These are what he likes on his account. If you're not really familiar with Twitter, a like is when you like a tweet. So if you put a heart, you like it. And he only likes 3 of them. I know it shows 4, but there's actually only 3 here. And what he'll do is every day he'll go and favorite my tweet. And what this does is that all the other big Twitter accounts, just like these, we have, World is Awesome, Mind Blowing, Jokes, The Office. So for example, let's go to The Office, right? The Office is doing the same thing as him. They have 3 likes in their Twitter account, right? So here's an ad right here. There's a surprise coming in the mail. Me, right? This looks like it's not an ad, but it really is. It's a holy meme Bible. This kid is selling a book that he made and is having it promoted on Twitter. So this is just the beginning of how all this works. These people also do it on Instagram, Facebook, any social network you can think of. And this is how I make my money. This is where all the sales are actually coming from. That is that. So now I'm going to touch on the basis of, how my store is ran in the background. How are the orders being placed? How am I handling customer service? Because I get hundreds, if not thousands of emails every couple days of people, I got the wrong size. Where's my order? It's been a week. And it's hard. That's the most time-consuming part about the store is customer service. And the store is ran by myself. So you got to imagine it's a lot of work just to answer all the emails. So we're going to go to apps. And within apps, there's like an app store for my store. Okay, I can put all sorts of things on there. And then in Oberlo, which I actually have open up here, is where all of my orders are. So today, on December 10th, someone ordered a product. So what we can do They order two. We can order the AliExpress products just by a click of a button, and it will do this all for me. I don't have to click anything, right? So it's gonna select the size they selected, right? They got a mediums, in the gray leggings, and then they got pink medium leggings, and then it's gonna fill out their tracking information, such as their address, zip code, phone number, even her first and last name, right? And then all I have to do is hit confirm and pay. It's done. Um, that's how I place orders on my store. That's how this whole process is ran. And then I can come back to here once I place the order, and I can just hit this little mail button, and it will send them their tracking information. You know, where it says no tracking number right here, this will be picked up, within hours after the order is placed. And then it will automatically, my mailing system can detect when someone's asking for a tracking code, and it will automatically email the tracking code. But if it doesn't, I can email it myself just by a click of a button. So that's how this thing is ran. That's how I do this whole online store thing. And that is that.